Find the value for a for which the following limit is negative 1 over square root of 5. Okay, so what we're told here is that this limit equals negative 1 over square root of 5 as x approaches 1. So x can't actually be 1 because then you'd be dividing by 0, universe explodes, etc. But we can say that x is like, well, just a little bit to the left of 1, or x is just a little bit to the right of 1, but not quite 1. And this limit is going to be negative 1 over square root of 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this right here and run with it. So I'm going to multiply both sides by x minus 1, because x being in the denominator is what's really causing us the problem here. Because you can't divide by 0. 4 plus x, and this is going to equal negative x minus 1 over square root of 5. So now, when we have this, we actually can plug in 1 for x, or, 1 minus 1 plus, really close to 1, and we can get some values from this. So this is going to give us a minus 1 square rooted minus 4 plus 1 square rooted equals, and I'm going to write this as negative 0 over square root of 5, but we all know that 0 over something is just going to be 0, and negative 0 is pretty much the same thing as positive 0. So then from this point, we can do these right here. This side equals 0, so I'm going to move the 4 plus 1 to the other side. So we'll have square root of a minus 1 equals square root of 5, where 5 is just 4 plus 1. Square both sides, and we have a minus 1 equals 5, therefore a equals 6. Simplify this. What we're going to do is multiply by the conjugate of the top. There's two things you can always do in life, pretty much, well, math, is multiply by 1 or add 0. In this case, we're multiplying by 1 because the numerator and denominator of what we're multiplying by here is the same. Therefore, multiplying by 1. All right? Make a little equal sign there. Change to blue for better contrast. I'll say it's kind of like blue. So now there's going to be some math here. So we're going to multiply the top part. What we're going to get is normally FOIL, first, outside, inside, last. But since we multiply by the conjugate, we're actually going to end up with just the first and last. So I have 6 minus x square rooted squared, which gives us 6 minus x, plus, minus, because minus is going to be 4 plus x quantity. So then, and then we'd have negative 4 plus x times that, plus that, which would cancel. I'm skipping a couple steps just to make things quicker. So 6 minus x times x plus 4 plus x square rooted times x minus 6 minus x square rooted minus 4 plus x square rooted. And the minus is from the multiplying by the negative 1 up here. Okay, so now we're going to simplify it a little bit. Get some green. So this up here, the 6's, so we're going to get 2 minus 2x. And on the bottom, we're going to have x times square root of 6 minus... Oh, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plug in the 1 here for x, because we're finding the limit as x approaches 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in 1 for these, because that's not going to be our problem part. Our problem issue is going to be with this x here. So what I'm going to do, and I know there's probably a more formal way of doing this, this will be x times square root of 5, 6 minus 1, plus square root of 5 for this right there. So we'll have 2 square root of 5's minus, and I'll just do 1 times square root of 5 plus square root of 5. There we go. And this is going to be the same as x times, so I've subtracted out a negative 2. So negative 2 times x minus 1. I did the negative just so we have a positive over there. And we're going to subtract, these are 2 times the square root of 5. So I'm going to factor out 2 square root of 5. This gives us with an x and a minus 1. Those will cancel. Oh, orange is not very good contrast. The 2's will cancel. And we get negative 1 over square root of 5. There we go. And that was our initial assumption of what we wanted. We wanted negative 1 over square root of 5 as the limit. So I know that's kind of roundabout. But that's how I'd approach this problem, not only getting the answer of 6, but then how I would verify that our answer worked. Hope that helped. See you next time.